everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look here. This is a different video than I've ever done before. It's a tutorial that I'm actually speaking to as I'm going, and looking back filming it, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how it turned out, because I was like, I can't really multitask, I've learned. Like when I was like putting on the eyeshadow, I couldn't talk during it, like, or my eyeliner, that was like a huge fail. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see how to create this, how to do the really nice berry bold lip with just a simple winged out eyeliner, then stay tuned. So I'm going to start by taking my foundation. I'm using my Revlon Color Stay Foundation in 150 Buff, and I'm using my flat Kabuki F80 brush by Sigma. So I just like to take that foundation and apply it to the back of my hand like this, and then just using the brush and stippling it in and applying it all over my face. I love this foundation. I feel like it gives really good coverage, and it's just really easy to apply with this brush, and I love it. There's not a lot of room for error because it's super easy to blend in, and yeah, this foundation just like matches me perfectly. So when you feel like you have that all blended, I just like to use this brush and just go over the foundation really lightly, just to get rid of any of that like streaking or anything that you might have. I just find by taking this brush and, like I said, just going over it really lightly just makes everything look really flawless. So now that I'm done with my foundation, I'm going to be using my Camouflage Concealer in the light. I love this stuff. It's super creamy. So I just squeeze it out of the tube, apply it on my finger, and then just put it in spots where I need concealer. So I always do like under my eye, and then I do kind of like a triangle section. It really helps to brighten up your under eye, so I like to do that. You could definitely use a brush if you had one. I personally just don't really have a brush that I like to use for my concealer, so I always just opt for using my fingers. I find that they're like your best tools anyways. Now that I have my under eyes done, I like to do the edges of my nose. Sometimes I'll bring it down the bridge of my nose. I have a couple little indents from like acne right here, so I like to apply them in there. Actually, I don't think they're from acne. I think they're from chickenpox. So I like to do that. I look really crazy right now. And then I don't know why I do this. I take my concealer and kind of put it underneath my lip. Just blend everything together. So now that I'm done that, I'm going to be taking my Stay Matte powder and just applying it all over my face with my really large Sigma, I don't even know what this is, an SS150 brush. And just taking the powder and literally applying it all over the face. It's gonna help set everything in and just make it look nice and matte and give it a really pretty flawless finish. So now that I'm done with my face makeup, as far as my foundation, concealer, and my powder, I always work onto my eyebrows next. So I'm going to be taking my Hard Candy brow pencil in blonde. The brow pencil is really dull right now, which sucks, and I don't actually have a sharpener. I feel like I'm the only person in the world that doesn't have a sharpener, so I need to buy one of those. So it's really dull, which is going to make it really hard to apply. So I just fill in my brows, very basic. I actually, if you want a really good brow tutorial, I'll link one down below. City of Makeup did a really good brow tutorial that I kind of like follow what she does, and she also uses the same eyeliner or the same brow pencil as me, so I'll link that down below. This actually hurts really bad because it's so dull. It's like scraping my skin. I really need to invest in a like a sharpener. I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't even have one. Like, why do I not have a sharpener? I don't understand. So the next thing that I like to do, I learned this trick from Gregory Gorgeous. I also have that link down below. I think this is one of the most amazing tricks. It just really helps your eyebrows to look fabulous. So taking my Camouflage concealer again, and I just like to take a little bit and put it on the bottom or the back of my hand just so that it's a little bit easier to work with. Anyway, so I take my concealer, I use, what is this brush? My Urban Decay Naked 2, like the eyeshadow. So I just take, like dipping it in, taking the littlest amount. So yeah, you just trace the shape of your brow, And like I said, if my brows looked better right now, like if my thing was sharpened, it would be so much better, but it's not, so we're just gonna have to work with it. So now I have one of my brows with the concealer and one without, so I'm just gonna blend it in. You can use the brush or your fingers. I just find using my fingers is just a little bit easier. So I just take the my fingers and blend out the concealer. And if you take away any of your brow at all, you can definitely just like reapply your brow pencil. So I'm just gonna repeat the process on the other side so that it's symmetrical and that I don't look like a crazy person. So next I'm just going to be taking my Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is in green, and just applying this all over the eyelid. So blending that all out. So now that I have that done, I'm just going to be taking my Naked palette. I'm going to be taking a combination of Naked and Buck and then applying that into the crease. So the reason that I'm mixing both of those together is just to give it a little bit more of a dark effect. I feel like Naked on its own sometimes is a little bit too light, and then Buck is a little bit too dark for a transition color, so I like to mix them both together. I feel like it gives me like the perfect shade. So repeating that onto the other eye so that it's all symmetrical. So next I'm just going to be taking Sin with a really, really light hand and applying it onto my lid. I don't want there to be a whole lot of color. Honestly, you could use a matte. I just want to stick to using the Naked palette, so I didn't want to go ahead and get like a matte color. But if you wanted to kind of switch up your palettes, I would use like a matte white or a matte cream color like Foxy. On the lid would be nice, and then as like a highlight I would probably use a matte color, but just because I want to stick to just using my Naked palette, I'm just going to go with a little bit more shimmery color. So for the highlighter, I'm just going to be using Virgin and just applying that onto the brow bone. This is just really going to lift everything and just kind of make it all blend together. Even though the colors aren't dark, it's a really, really important step that you cannot forget. And then also taking that same color, I'm just going to highlight my inner corners as well. I just feel like this definitely ties the look all together. So that's actually going to be it for my eyes. Like I said, I'm keeping it super, super neutral. Reason is I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay 24/7 waterproof eyeliner and making a winged out eyeliner to kind of give that little like cat eye effect. This is like the perfect look for fall. So I'm probably like opening my mouth up and literally looking like a crazy person. I don't know how you guys put on your eyeliner, but I always put my eyeliner on sitting on the counter in the bathroom with like my arm kind of rested on my leg, so it's really steady. When I try to do it like not like that, either filming or just in general not like that, I have like the hardest time ever. So I got like the basic down. Now I just want to wing it out, and what I like to do is follow my bottom lash line and kind of follow that wing up and kind of connecting it to the end of my brow, if that makes any sense. Like I said though, I don't like it too dramatic, too like high or thick or anything. And then when you've got that point down, you just need to connect it to the line that you made close to your lash line. So now that was like a huge entire fail. I'm really sorry that you guys have like no footage of that. That was horrible. Anyways, now I'm going to be taking my mascara and applying that onto the top and bottom. So I just like to do a couple coats of mascara onto my top what am I talking about? I like to do a couple of coats onto my top lashes. So next I'm just going to contour, and for contouring I like to use my NYC bronzer in Sunny and just my, what is this, my SS168 Sigma brush. It's really dirty. I just like to swirl it around in here. You can kind of suck in a little bit to find where your cheekbones are. I've been just doing it a lot, so I kind of already know where they are. And then I like to contour my temples and underneath my jawline as well. And make sure that you really get it into the hairline. You don't really want to be able to see like your contouring stopping somewhere, so just make sure you really get that into your hairline so it doesn't look crazy. Now that I've like finished the contouring, sorry, my bangs are driving me crazy, I like to take a little bit of the bronzing powder with a clean finger, kind of swirl it in and apply that onto the sides of my nose. It just helps to contour your nose, makes it look a little bit smaller. I don't know, I just always do this step. You can do this with a brush or with your finger, it doesn't really matter. So now you can kind of see like there's a really harsh line. Sometimes I'll then take my bronzing brush, or my bronzing, what is this called, like a contour brush, and kind of help to blend it in a little bit. I'm going to be taking the same bronzer, literally just like a couple taps, make sure it's really light hand, and just apply that onto your cheeks. Now that I have my cheeks all blended, this is when I start to highlight. So I take my NARS highlighter in Albatross. This is by far my favorite highlighter ever. I love it. It gives a really nice gold kind of sheen. It's not like sparkly or anything, it's beautiful. Just kind of tap and blend into the high points of my cheeks and bring it all the way out here. Some people bring it up a little bit to their brows. I like to go straight back with it. So I do that on both sides, and I also bring it down onto the bridge of my nose as well. Down the bridge of my nose, I like to hit my Cupid's bow, and that's all I go with highlighting. I don't like to do my chin, I don't like to do my forehead. Yesterday I went shopping and bought a whole bunch of like NYX lip glosses, so I'm trying to like decide what one I want to use today. I think I'm going to go with this one in St. Paulo. Sorry, one of them dropped on the ground. I'm going to be taking St. Paulo. What I like about these is you don't really need a lip liner. They dry as a matte. They're not drying or anything like that. I love them. And this is just a really pretty berry color, which is perfect for fall. I'm applying that onto my lips. I cannot talk and do this at the same time, so I'm gonna put it on, then I'll talk after. So now that I have my second coat on, I'm just going to let it finish drying. What you can do if you have gotten any of your lip color outside of your lips, sorry there's like a little dot here, if you've gotten any lipstick outside of your lip line, you could just go back with your concealer, kind of go around your lips. It's just going to really brighten and make your lips even more bold than they are, and then it's going to help get rid of any of the lipstick that you got on your skin. So this is the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoy. I felt like I was all over the place in this video with like trying to talk and trying to put my makeup on. I just felt like it was a huge mess, but I hope that the footage came out okay. I really hope that you guys like this look. Literally, I wear something like this all the time. I think it's just really perfect for fall, and it's really easy to do in the morning. I can, you know, pull this out in just a few minutes. So I hope that you guys enjoy. If you guys have any requests for any other makeup tutorials or any videos, leave that down below in the comment box. I will be sure to get back to you, and if it's a request, I'll be sure to do it. And yeah, that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. I will see you guys in my next video. Take care, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.